is. Oh, that is so cool. You see that troll? It is very big, so I hope you see it. Hi and welcome back to Through the Woods. I think this is a new intro image because I don't remember this dude here, or this warrior, and he looks like an actual giant. Okay, so continue. I just wanted to share. So, we found out that our protagonist is a horrible human being. We don't know if she... Well, we kinda know that she didn't even deal with her bullshit because she still refuses to admit to her own mistakes. As was implied with a few things she said when this bog witch or whatever showed her everything she's done. So yeah. I had issues with her from the get-go, you know, because she's kind of a weirdo, but not in a good way. But yeah, now I'm outright like, I don't like her. And I feel sorry for Espen especially, because I think it must have been really hard to... Whoa. What's going on here? What's with the sky? What's changing here? To live with her and her decisions, because she feels like someone who would gaslight her own child. Oh look, there's a cairn. Can I go there and say something about it? No, so just... Okay, I don't know. Why can't I go here? So we have a path here. Oh, once again. But this looks like this is where I have to go. So let's see what... Oop. Okay. What's going on here? A lot of Bifrost. Or Bifrost. Don't know if we could travel to another land with that. I'm not looking forward to this. I do and I don't. Because it's a very... So, well... Can I slip through this? No. What is the point of this? There's not like even a story or something where it can... Maybe we'll come back to it. Maybe that's it. Like when we... I don't know, return? Man, I don't want to go through everything again. Like, I would rather... I think at this point I would be like, oh man, just kill me. I don't want to go through all of that again. Like, it's worth to save my son, but it's not worth it. Well, if I have my son, then I can actually... Yeah, then it would be worth it. So it's a weekday again, which means, you know, I'm all over the place. Oh, that Bifrost. Oh. Oh, wow. Anything here? What's this? Nothing. Okay. I think there's something about this whole environmental design that it feels like deliberately obtuse. Disorienting, and I'm not sure I'm a fan of this. Oh, what's there? No, that's just a weird shadow and not a message. Ooh, blood. No, it's leaves. Okay. Anything here? Why is there so many things and places where I can go where there's just literally nothing? Maybe I'm missing something. Also, she didn't say anything. Usually she's very chatty at the beginning of a chapter. Probably kind of broken. There's another cairn, but, well, it's... You can't do anything with it. Okay. Ooh. I'm kind of scared what the next big bad will be. So far they've all been... I can't even go there? Aw. I thought I could go into one of these... This was really disappointing. These buildings. Oh. They look so cool, but all the like little sheds were much more informative. So rich people in those big castles, they don't write letters and diary entries? Oh, no. I thought I should, you know, oh, that wasn't just thunder. That was something big. Was that a troll? Or was that Fenrir? Yeah, she's so quiet. It's a good decision for the... Ooh, look at that. That's a skeleton. A big one. It's a very good decision for the character. Because it makes sense that, you know, after everything, she's now, like, completely spent. Like, she doesn't have it. Oh, no! Oh. I want to go through this. This is so cool and kind of disgusting. Anything here? No. I don't like exploring in this game. It feels very thankless. Look, oh man, it's also... There's a big ship. Yeah, that's from the intro picture. I don't know. Usually, that's the weird thing. Like, the very small enemies can be more annoying because usually it's more of them, you know, like the wolves. But like very big ones, they stress me out so much that I might be just too stressed, you know, to actually do something. Like this, I don't want to meet that person. You know, like with the tail, and that looks terrifying. Ooh, time. Oh. Wow, look at that big statue. Do we see anything else? Look! Oh! Look! Okay, there in the distance. I can't really, you know, you see that looks like this? This is a troll that got turned into stone because the sun came up. Am I already way too late? I mean, the sun is not fully up yet. So we do still have a little bit of time. Oh, this is such a cool detail. I wonder whether we'll pass it or whether this...
Holy Christ! Oh my god! The wolf is real!
Wait. What? That's the wolf? No, wait. What? Did I not see? Is that the wolf? The big thing there? But that's too big. It would be cool if it would really just be a little bit of a background detail, you know, for shits and giggles, because it's kind of an amazing detail. Is that the wolf? I don't see a wolf in that. The music is so beautiful. It is so beautiful. It reminds me a lot of the Dark Crystal, because that also had music that was just so melancholic. And I mean, the Dark Crystal in itself is super... It's just all around sad, man. Not just the cancellation of the show, but also you watch the show and you know what will happen. Like, everyone is doomed because you know the movie exists, and that's like the ending of the story. Oh look, we can see a bit there. Man, walking through all those corpses, that's just horrible. I don't know, that doesn't look like a wolf. There you go. Is this where we have to go? Yes, okay. No, that's not a wolf. Maybe. Oh, that is a wolf! Oh my holy mother flippin' what? Oh, it's so big. I mean, of course it's big. It's Fenrir, you know. I mean, that wolf ended the gods, the age of the gods. It, you know, in the mythology. I mean, I don't believe that's real, but you know. Wait, what? Okay. Oh. Oh.
Fenrir, I can't. cannot do it.
Espen! Espen, stop! Please! Oh my god! Espen! Espen, look at me!
Mom, I missed you.
I missed you too, little man. Please come away from the edge.
I have to do this, Mom. Do you understand?
No, Espen, you don't. There are other children. It doesn't have to be you. Shut your mouth, you fucking coward!
Mom, he's just doing his job. He's been protecting us, all of us. Look at him. He doesn't want to do it.
Espen, I love you. And I'm proud of you. Very brave. But I don't want you to do this. Please. Please. I need you.
I love you, Mom. And I'm proud of you too.
Espen!
Don't.
Espen, no!
Okay.
Espen! 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 Please don't leave me! No!
I don't know what to do. Should I?
Espen,
He
come
wanted
back.
to die.
Come back.
He wanted to die. Like, he did this on his own, and the main issue of her is, I'm so sorry. Like, in real life, I would help him. But the thing is, everything she did was for her own... You know what? I will do what she would do, because that is truest to her character. Because she doesn't care about the fate of the world. She's very... Like, I don't even think that she wants to save Espen for his sake, but for her sake, because she needs him. No, we will not... Okay.
Come on, Espen. Come on. Please.
Because
Please.
that's the question. If he's
Please.
willing to do this for the greater good, because he chose to do this, you know, to sacrifice himself. It's the Last of Us conundrum, you know. Would you have done what Joel did with Ellie? Sorry, slight spoiler, but this game has been out like for 1,000 years, you know. Like, would you... Like, if someone actually wants to, you know, give their life to help others...
Please.
Can you really forbid them to do that? Can you really take their choice over their own body and life? In a way, you can't. Man, his teeth freak me out, and his eyes. They could have animated that a little bit differently. Also, is Eric alive or is he dead? Man, she did all this. Also, I'm so sorry. I thought there was more to play. Because I read that this game is about 4 hours. And I usually take a lot longer. Will something change? I mean, he threw himself in. And she didn't hold him back. So in a way, he is already sacrificed. Like Fenrir. She cannot get him back from Fenrir. I don't think it's possible. Yeah, I know, like, especially for a parent, like, even if she weren't a horrible parent, it's a difficult thing, because, of course, we know that she is quite selfish, even in her pursuit of Espen, and that she needs him more than he needs her. But disregarding that, as a parent, I think you would go great lengths to save your child. And I think you would sacrifice a lot, and you would even sacrifice, I think, a lot of people to save your child because it's your child, you know. I mean, I'm not a mother, you know, and I don't plan on being one, but I can totally get this, you know. I don't think anything will happen. So I don't know, would she accept this? I don't think anything will happen. I don't see it happening. I actually thought we would have a choice, that we would be able to decide. So this is a really interesting, like, I completely forgot the details of the ending, because I remembered that, you know, that was happening, or that was about to happen at the end, but I thought there was like a choice where basically you held him and decided what to do, whether to let him go or not. Okay, I don't know. It doesn't feel natural for her, because, I mean, look at what she went through. Look what she went through. Like, she lied about her husband in a court, you know, basically drove him to suicide, alienated everyone to keep Espen. And in a way, it's really sad for Espen, because it's like she thinks she owns him. Like, it's her God-given right to have him, you know. And you could only imagine if he grew up that how much she would cling to him, you know, and how much she would try to keep him to her side and never let him go. Like, I don't think she's a good mom, and that's not because she was depressed at the beginning and slept a little. It's because it's not about him, it's about her. Okay, let's do this.
I'm sorry.
I don't think the game wants me to save him. I don't think it's possible. Also, on a grander scale, he did it. He sacrificed himself.
Goodbye. Be safe.
Can we save him?
In halls and libraries, in hairdressers and bars, are people who will never know what Espen did for them. What he did for all of us.
And Eric is dead.
The world moves on as it always has. Arrogantly, without a care. But it comes with a price. I couldn't save my marriage, and I couldn't save Espen, but he saved us. He protected all of us for a time. He was a little boy. My beautiful son. And I had to kiss him goodbye. I feel like my heart will never mend. He was better than me in every way I can think of. I don't know where he wanders or where he's going all alone. But wherever he is, I'm so proud of him. I loved him so much, I ached. I love him still. Espen was my favorite thing. My best friend.
There. It's not a thing.
We lost each other.
And he shouldn't be a
I
best...
don't know if I can forgive myself. But now, I can forgive Espen. I'm not going to pretend I was a good mother, but I raised a good son.
Yeah, she did that.
Now, all I have to do is make sure his sacrifice meant something.
Oh my god, fuck you. Fuck you! That is so selfish! Achievement unlocked, job accepted. Achievement unlocked, through the woods and back again. Man, 15 minutes. I'm so sorry, people. I did not know this. I thought that would be so much more. Okay, a little bit about the story before I give a review of the game. But then again, you know how I am. You know, I always give my review on the go. So you had a lot of that already. The interesting thing about this ending is I'm still not sure. In a way, she repeats what Eric did, because I think he sacrifices his own son, but he did it willingly. She did not. The interesting thing about this is I'm not sure whether her intentions are pure, because in Eric's case, I think he really thought he was saving, the world. But I think she is only doing it to make sense of Espen's death. So I don't know, it feels like... Also, my big question was not answered. Like, no one explained to us, will only that weird world be destroyed or will the whole world be destroyed? Because honestly, even Eric said, there's another world where I can take the children to protect my world. But his world is gone. It is dying, you know? There's hardly anything left. So, what are they really protecting the whole world, or are they just protecting their little corner, you know? And if they do that, then it's just horrible to just go around different worlds, multiverses, and catching kids and sacrificing them, you know? Especially against their will. Like, there should be a rule that you cannot sacrifice a child without the child wanting to do this. And I think you would have a lot less. But even then, they're children, so they can't really last Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Yeah, well, they couldn't make that decision. It's too big for a kid. It's too big. Also, he was my favorite thing, which is like, ew, that's disgusting to say about a kid, about your own child. And also with the best friend thing. So I think it's totally possible to be best friends with your parents and vice versa. But very often it's also been used by parents who overstep the line a little and who sometimes will share too much with their kids and will put too much on their kids, you know, because in the end, especially when they're still kids, like there's a difference between best friends with your kid when it's grown up, you know. But when they're at an age where Espen is, he needs a mother, you know. He probably has a lot of best friends. He doesn't need a best friend. He needs a mother, someone who takes care of him, who makes sure that his needs are met, you know, and not someone who will basically burden him with all their shit, you know. And that's basically what a best friend in this scenario probably means. So yeah, man, what a horrible woman. I have nothing good to say about her. Like, good lord. One of the, like, there's so many protagonists I don't like. Like, even Joel from The Last of Us. I think that's an amazing character, just like she is. But even Joel I like a bit more because he knows that he is an asshole, that he's like a bad person. She doesn't even think she is. She has excuses for everything. Good lord. For the game. Also, can I reveal das time? There we go. That's 4 that's 4 parts. Okay. I will edit this so, you know, if I'm just walking around and find nothing, then, you know, you will have like a cut and then I will talk about my review of the game. And if I find something oh no, wait, you know what? I can give my review of the game while I'm doing this. That's nice. Let's come with me on a journey through time and space. Kind of literally. I still I'm like, I mean, I know, I'm hula noob, you know. I'm not the best video game player. But I do know the difference between playing games badly, and still knowing that it's good gameplay, and playing games badly and knowing that it's bad gameplay. That's just, I mean, I played enough games to kind of have a feeling for like awkward maneuvering aside, you know. But I think, for example, the environment looks very same-ish, and sometimes you can walk like big mountains, you know, and sometimes you cannot, like those invisible walls. But that also makes the exploration quite frustrating because you never know where you will end up. And like this little tunnel, yeah, let's go back to that one. Like stuff like that made it frustrating, and in a way I didn't want to explore more because I ended up in dead ends with nothing to gain. Like I feel like if you have this path, you know, if you design this path, that's clearly like a path. You will walk here, you know. You have like the steps and everything. Then I want something at the end. Like why would you do this? What do you think? What is the reason for this? Why would you do that? Is there a reason? Like, is there a different ending and then you have to run down here? Is that it? And then you like squeeze through? But that doesn't make sense. Like, if the Fenrir of his size follows you, I don't think that anything will save you, you know? I mean, look at the size of that beast. So yeah, a lot of that kind of demotivated me from actually exploring more, because I mean, when you found something, it was always really interesting. I like the little tales and stories. I really enjoyed those. And so it was nice, but it was too often too much, too, I don't know. You know, and I got like everything looks very samey. Not the level design, but the environments when it comes to the mountains and everything. That at some point, you know, it's not even interesting because it looks different. Because there's this thing about Elden Ring, and I know that's a bigger budget and whatnot, where you explore even for the weirdest little thing, because everything's so interesting, you know. You want to explore because the game drives you to it. And here it's more like, I guess I should explore, and then you try it out and there's nothing. There's nothing. And then you don't even feel like it. Oh, looky here. That was hidden. Wow. The sacrifice part 2, Eric said. The rumbling ceased, and there was finally peace. The war was ended. Eric fell to his knees and keened in anguish. But the people finally saw the truth. They would have to give their sons and daughters one every 5 years if they were to survive. So ended Eric's tale. Yeah, but it didn't sound like it, because it sounded like once every 5 years. I mean, that's a lot of kids, but still, wouldn't that mean that they had more kids? Like, they're dead. Everyone is dead. Everyone killed themselves. If it's one kid every 5 years for a whole world, no, it's that's a different song. I wanted to say that to sing that, like, is it The Little Mermaid? But yeah, that didn't fit. But you know, why did they die out? Was that in general just for funsies? Did that just naturally happen that they died out? Because in 5 years you can have a lot of families, a lot of kids, you know, and then, I mean, it's still horrible, you know. I'm not pro sacrificing kids here, as you know, hopefully. Also, that little sliver, so did I read part number 1? Maybe I did. But that was fiendishly and unnecessarily hidden. Like, why? Why? Okay. Man, I don't see shit. Oh, there's another troll. Oh. Wait, let's look at it from the front. Like, we have time. I think this is more triggered. Wait, if I'm faster and don't diddle-daddle around, can I get to them? Now, I think we were at the same point the last time. Were we? Oh. Ugh. I made the same mistake. Well, yeah, because it's not intuitive, the pass. And it's unnecessarily not intuitive. Like, it doesn't make sense on this way where you don't really have any... You don't have any gameplay here, you know. You just have to walk towards the doom, the sadness, the despair, and that's it. Oh. The idea is beautiful. I wish I could see Fenrir completely.
Fenrir, I cannot do it.
No, it's... No, okay. They're doomed to fall. Okay. Okay, so that way I will start that chapter again. To see if I find something. I'm so sorry, man. This is, Yeah, I'm turning it into a longer Let's Play. And it is deception, you know, because you think, oh, that's cool. At least half an hour of cool gameplay. And then it's like, ha. Actually, it's just me repeating the same scene all over again. But, you know, I hope I can, like, find some more stuff. Maybe. There it is! Oh, that is so cool. You see that troll? It is very big, so I hope you see it. Oh, that's a nice little detail. And I do think the thing with the ice troll is actually a little bit of a, like a little secret surprise for everyone who dares to look. Okay, is a document here? The other one was so hidden. I'm quite sure if I were better with directions and everything, I would probably, whenever I look at the place as a whole, I would probably find like cool, you know, stuff from earlier chapters. There it is! Chapter 1, Sacrifice 1. Eric descended and told the people what must be done, but they refused, shouted at him. They attacked him. No one would give up their child. But amidst the turmoil, Eric's son stood and volunteered himself. Oh! Eric tried to deny him, but the boy insisted, and the people surged forwards, driving them up the hill. Eyes awash with tears, Eric took his son to the precipice, kissed him thrice upon the mouth, and cast him into the wolf's gaping jaws. So he didn't sacrifice his own son in a way. Well, he kind of did. These kids, they're too young to decide on that, you know. But that's my opinion. I mean... But then again, you know, it is such an ethically difficult conundrum, because you can't really... At which age can you tell a kid what to do with their own life and body, you know? So, in a way... Like, it's one thing, you know, to push them to a Hollywood career, you know, and push them to be the sole money makers in the family. That is one thing. But if they say, I want to do this, I'm old enough, you know, to decide what happens with my own body, with my own life. But you know what I mean. So in this case, Eric's son wanted to do this, and Aspen wanted to do this. The interesting part is that Eric basically accepted it. He had the ability to kiss his son goodbye and to say goodbye. She, in a way, she missed out again. And she took that again from her son, the goodbye. He couldn't say goodbye to his dad because, you know, of the whole thing.
Holy Christ.
And now he couldn't say goodbye.
The wolf is real.
Yes, we know. And he also couldn't say goodbye to his mom because she could not accept his decision. Which it is understandable, you know. I get it. Like, it's everything. It's a lot to go through immediately, like within such a short span of time and everything. But still, in a way, she took this again from him because of her unwillingness to really take a hard look at what he needs and not what she needs. And I'm talking metaphors here, you know, obviously. Like, in general, you know, she's a horrible person, but Fenrir is also a big asshole, you know. So it's not like, again, I'm not pro-sacrificing kids, even if they choose to do so. I'm anti-sacrificing for gods. I'm just not that kind of person, you know. I'm not in the sacrificing lobby. But that is what is going on, you know, and that apparently is what needs to be done to apparently save the whole world. I don't know. If not, that would be so shitty. If Aspen sacrificed himself for a world like this that is literally dying or dead already in the last throes, oh, that would be shitty. And then she continues to seal kids. Also, I think she will not be as good because Eric did it, I think, more out of love, and she's doing it out of desperation to make sense of everything. Ugh. But I love this idea. This is beautiful. Like, the visuals in this, the creatures in this, I really loved. From top to bottom. Like, really, beautiful work. The environment... still, I think it's a little bit too confusing. What's there? Can I go there? Probably not. Oh, man. Everything looks like I can go there, but I can't. Okay. Okay. So, quit. But all in all, a beautiful game. I really loved it. I was annoyed so often because of the gameplay issues, because I think it's not smooth, and I think especially when you have to stealth, it should be smoother. There's just something about, like, a good stealth must feel fun, you know, and not frustrating, and you have to, damn, that music, why is it so loud? Like, even even ambitious stealthing, you know, has to have a certain smoothness to this. And I think that's in general, like, if you have fighting, if you have stealthing and stuff like that, that needs to be pretty spot on. Like, that needs to be really, really good, because otherwise it can really, it didn't ruin the game for me, but it took me out, you know. It kind of made me lose the immersion quite a few times. For example, with that weird ice troll that just wouldn't move in a way that I could literally not leave. And that's one of those things, like, if you have, and you know, the sections, like, I knew that this was just bad gameplay design, because in theory that was a very easy section, you know, but because they didn't properly program the movements of the troll and kind of made it so that it kind of stuck to your butt, you know, you had moments, and with moments I mean minutes, where the troll did not move in a way that you could actually get out and move along. And it's not fun. And also it was really weirdly obtuse, at least for that stealth scene, to know whether you should crouch or not. Again, it's a game standard, you know, crouching means stealthing, and so it hurt you, though. You could not do that. You had to walk, but I didn't know that. I thought I would be too loud. So that's one of those things where I feel like they didn't drop the ball, but it could have been, they didn't hold the ball, you know, successfully, fully. But other than that, so that's the only thing, and that happened a couple of times, I know, and I complained a lot about it. But other than that, and the orientation thing, that I think it wasn't always clear where to go, and it wasn't always rewarded to go a long way, and then you had to walk back, and I was like, oh, man. But other than that, I thought the visuals in general were really beautiful. The whole concept of this was gorgeous. The storytelling was amazing, and I think the emotional impact of the story is fantastic. Like, that's a story, the way it's being told, and the impact it had on me while I was playing, even while I was annoyed, was very heavy. Like, this was a thoroughly sad game, but in a way where I feel like, you know, they didn't pull my heartstrings, like, they didn't manipulate me, because the protagonist is such a horrible person, you know, but you still, through the other stories, even through Eric's story, you can feel this sense of sadness throughout. And even for Aspen, and that's also the thing that I love about the storytelling, that at some point you flip from being worried about her to being worried about Aspen and what his life must have been, and to really see it's not just her who was depressed, it was probably also Aspen. I mean, to be a child of his age and to decide, I will sacrifice myself to Fenrir to save the world. As a kid, I think, and it really felt like he really made his decision. It wasn't just like a go on a fun adventure, but he really knew what was going on there, because he had to go through so much trauma as a kid. And so at some point, you know, my whole point of view switched, and I wasn't rooting for her anymore. I was rooting for Espen, and it was really sad for him to live with a woman who was so selfish, you know, and that is really great storytelling. Really, really well done. Yeah, I really love this. Also, the voice actress for the main protagonist, gorgeous. The rest of them, I like the wolf, actually. I like the wolves. They were really cool. They were scary. And the big ice troll was also very entertaining. But Espen's voice actor, I think they should have used. Like, very often women do voice acting for kids' voice. I think they should have done that to get a little bit more into the voice and into the performance. But yeah, I all in all, I'm super happy that I played this. I really enjoyed myself. I'm so sorry that I duped you into thinking this was a really long last episode, and then it was just 15 minutes, and then everything else was repetition and me just talking and talking and talking. But that is how it is on the Hula Noob channel, you know. And if you haven't subscribed yet, but you were not fully annoyed by me, you feel free to subscribe, and I promise you, man, if I'm Fenrir the wolf, I will not ask for child sacrifice every 5 years do you see how big my mouth is? Like, that wouldn't even be enough. And I'm not saying I would ask for more child sacrifices. I would probably, I don't know, I would try to go somewhere where, like, you know, where they have like gigantic apples, or eat a big troll. I mean, we've seen a lot of big trolls. I could eat those, right? You know, the eye we saw, which was amazing. So I don't have to eat any children. Which, subscribe. I mean, come on. Anyways, I hope you had a good time. Oh yeah, also, man, what's your opinion on the story? What is your opinion? Like, what do you think about the ending? Do you think she should have kept going? Do you think she should have stopped? If we would have had the choice to decide whether to save Espen or not, what would you have done? I think I would have, yes. So I think I would have, as playing naturally as her, I would have saved him. But I think in this case, I would have let himself sacrifice himself just to see if something happened, if something cool happened. So I would have tried out both things. But my initial, I think I would have really struggled with this because, you know, I played as her. So I would have wanted to decide as her, which would be save Espen. But I also would have thought he really made up his mind, and on this metaphorical journey that we went through, it would have been the right thing to let him choose his own fate, you know? Yeah, but what would you have chosen? Also, do you understand? Do you think there's a difference between Eric and her? Or do you think they both really have the same motivation to do this? Because, you know, as you know, I think they're different from each other, but I want to know your opinion about this. In general, did you pick up anything that was really interesting that I totally missed? Do you have anything to add? Do you have any... Yeah, I want to talk about this game, man. I have so much to... There's so much to think about. Yeah, so please, you know, the comments are open. And to continue, I hope you had a good time. I hope you have a wonderful day, and maybe see you next time. Bye. This is my self-recorded outro song so I don't get hit with copyright claims. If you subscribe to a lot of fun tutorials, reviews, and let's plays.